All in favor of extending time by 2 minutes, please raise your hand.
I'm almost done. I'm a tiny bit left.
All opposed to extending time by 2 minutes, please raise your hand. Okay, that passed. Go ahead.
Thank you. We demand that Proposition 209 be declared unconstitutional under the Equal Protection Clause. Finally, we have noted, as you have noted, that the UC itself has recognized that the low number of minority students has caused the increase in racist hostility on the UC campuses, and that Proposition 209 is a key barrier to increasing the number of Black, Latino, and Native American students. At the Regent's meeting in San Francisco in March, on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, we and other organizations will be demanding that the Regents put their own words into action. We will demand that the Regents take the following 3 crucial steps. 1, use all lawful means to increase underrepresented minority enrollment immediately. 2, pass the Bernal Block motion to provide UC institutional financial aid to undocumented AB 540 students. And 3, follow California Attorney General Jerry Brown's lead by stating as their position in the federal court that Proposition 209 is unconstitutional and discriminatory, stand on their own 2001 unanimous resolution opposing the ban on affirmative action, and tell the plain truth that after experimenting with all conceivable admissions policies, including instituting socioeconomic affirmative action measures into their admission system, Prop 209 still creates an unfathomable barrier to UC's ability to admit thousands of fully qualified Black, Latino, and Native American students. Taking these simple measures would provide a system-wide body blow to the racists and bigots who are trying to drive us off our own campuses. Getting UC's support for overturning Prop 209 and creating the UC Dream Scholarship would provide our new student movement with huge victories in our struggle to defend public education. We can win if we can unite together all those who want to fight for equality. Join with us in the lawsuit against Prop 209 and demanding action by the Regents. Contact us, and I can give us our, 313, never mind. Contact us at 323-317-7675 so that we can join together to advance our new movement's aim to make Dr. King's dream a reality in California and in the nation. In solidarity, Shanta Driver, National Chair for the Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action, Integration, and Immigrant Rights and Fight for Equality by any means necessary. Thank you.
Before we continue, can you guys clear out the center section? There needs to be a clear path for people. You can come into the front and sit in the middle of people. Like, if someone just hit the lights.
Someone just went with the lights.
You guys can undo that. Thank you.
Everyone please quiet down.
My name is Westfield. I'm the associate editor of Koala. I came here to talk about, I'm confused. I thought this was about media funding and not about affirmative action. I think that it's confusing that the two debates are often being blended together. I don't think they really have anything to do with each other. As a personal statement, I support affirmative action in every way, but I don't support the abridgment of free speech. The two are not related. My right to say, as a student of this university, to have my speech funded does not go hand in hand with your right to affirmative action. Actually, my right to free speech is legal, while your right to affirmative action is illegal. So, please respect the speaker, or do you have to comment when I speak? Thank you. I feel like the two are being put together, like the publishing of the Koala is a barrier for affirmative action, when I really don't see it that way. I think that in every country where, even if you would like to classify the Koala as hate speech, which, I mean, for the argument of debate, I will right now. I'll classify it as hate speech, even if if that's what you want. Hate speech is specifically protected under the First Amendment. In fact, if I wanted to fund a KKK club here, I could. If I got enough students who wanted to be in it, that's the purpose of free speech. And in any country that you find open thought, you will find a corner of it filled with violent and racist hate speech. And I think that abridging the First Amendment so that you can hear something that you don't want to hear is not how you're going to gain affirmative action. It's not how you're going to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. And you can nod your head and you can say that this isn't what we want to hear, but it's what students have to say. And I think that's the most important thing. It's not meant to be hate speech, but if you want to consider that is completely your right. But even if it were hate speech, doesn't still protect it. All speech conducts that have been passed in the last 10 years have been struck down in the Supreme Court. I mean, they didn't even make it to the Supreme Court. They got to appeals court. So if you guys want to pass some amendment that will, you guys want to have this government speech thing where you can censor speech, then I urge you, it'll only end in a very, very ugly legal battle, and I don't think that's where we want to take this today. We want to be able to, sip our beers and make fun of whoever the hell we want. And if you're offended by it, then sorry. But this is still America. The 14th Amendment says equal protection under the law, and guess what? Under the law. It means that the First Amendment is, there's a reason it was made the First Amendment. It's because free speech is the most important thing that we could uphold. I think especially at a university of higher education. The Koala doesn't, we're not against any student on this university. And you think that we are, and it's sad because while you're not illiterate, you have the inability to read beyond words. You're illiterate. And it's something that you can strike down, but God, as long as I have faith in this country and as long as I have faith in the Constitution, it will be upheld. And I hope that people in AS will uphold it, because it's your duty. Thanks.
How much time do we have left for public input?
So public input as a whole is only supposed to run for 20 minutes and has gone far over. It's up to a motion of the council to continue public input.
Motion to extend public input by 10 minutes.
Really good by half an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can extend by half an hour. We're more done.
Okay, I'm going to accept the motion is for half an hour. So all in favor of extending public input by another 30 minutes, please raise your hand. No, another 30 minutes. Okay, all opposed? Okay, public input is extended by 30 minutes. Go ahead.
Hi everybody, my name is Jesse Chang. I am the student regent designate for the University of California. So, I can assure you that's the first time that title has ever deserved claps. I do sit on the board of regents for the University of California, so I'm part of the governing body. So I got a call this morning from UCOP about the student publication at UCSD. And I never thought in my career that UCOP would be calling me out on diversity, But they were like, have you read this? This is really bad. Are students taking a stand against it? Are you taking a stand against it? I was like, whoa, yeah. So I'm here for myself and Jesse Bernal, who is the current student regent, so both student regents, to stand clearly for the governance protocol being submitted today, the funding model being submitted today for student media. And we stand for this protocol because the issue is an issue of diversity, and not really an issue of free speech, and even less an issue of the Constitution. Could be real. The issue.
Please respect the speaker.
The issue is an issue of yield rates. And it's an issue that students will one day hear about the kind of publications that printed at UC San Diego and decide never to come to this campus. The issue is about mental health. That students who are LGBT and worried and in the closet will read this publication and wonder if they're ever going to be safe in their own dormitories or in their classrooms.